Welcome to Esoteric Kingdom. Today we will delve into the mysterious being called Abraxas and explore the rich symbolism behind this mysterious deity. Abraxas, a name shrouded in layers of forgotten wisdom, a cipher whispered through the ages by those who sought the hidden mechanics of reality itself. Neither god nor demon, neither light nor shadow. Abraxas is the ineffable force that unites all contradictions, a being beyond the dualistic cage of human perception. To speak of Abraxas is to invoke the deepest tremors of the cosmos, to stare into the spiraling void where opposites dissolve, where creation and destruction intertwine in an endless dance beyond mortal comprehension. Abraxas is not a deity bound by the whims of men, nor the crude morality of the gods. He is a primal force, an entity of pure paradox, embodying both good and evil, both the light of the pleroma and the darkness of the abyss. The ancient Gnostics understood that the universe is not a simple tale of good versus evil, not a battlefield of divine figures locked in eternal struggle. No, they saw deeper, past the veil of illusions spun by the demiurge and his archons. They saw that beyond these fractured realms of matter and spirit, there existed a being that transcended all boundaries, one that contained within itself the essence of every polarity, the creator and destroyer in one. The very name Abraxas pulses with mystery. It is said that the 7 letters of his name correspond to the 7 classical planets, the 7 days of creation, the 7 veils of illusion. It is a name of power, a formula, a sigil that unlocks the doors of hidden knowledge. The ancients inscribed his name on gemstones, talismans, and amulets, believing them to hold the power to break through the chains of the demiurge's fabricated world. For Abraxas is not a mere being, but the key to something beyond being itself. Some depict Abraxas as a monstrous, unknowable figure, a chimera with the head of a rooster, a serpentine body, and legs of a divine force in motion. The rooster, herald of dawn, represents the power to awaken. The serpent, ancient symbol of transformation and eternity, coils through the ages as the cycle of death and rebirth. In one hand, he holds a shield, a symbol of divine protection. In the other, he wields a whip, the force that drives existence forward. He is neither merciful nor cruel, neither just nor tyrannical, he simply is. But to the unawakened, Abraxas is terror. To gaze upon him is to see the fragile illusion of human morality shatter. He offers no comfort, no reassurances, no paradise or damnation. Instead, he brings the unbearable weight of truth that there is no light without darkness, no ascent without descent, no salvation without destruction. He whispers that the gods men worship are but shadows cast upon the walls of a prison they do not know they inhabit. Carl Jung, delving into the depths of his own subconscious, saw Abraxas as the ultimate reality, beyond even the gods of old. He is the terrible truth that the world is not ruled by love alone, nor by hatred alone, but by something beyond both. He is the force that moves the world, not bound by human laws, unshackled from the naive distinctions of good and evil. He is the unrelenting flow of life itself, beautiful, horrifying, divine and profane all at once. To seek Abraxas is to step beyond the limits of conventional understanding, to embrace the totality of existence without flinching. It is to shatter the illusions of morality and embrace the raw essence of being. But beware those who dare to seek him. Do not return unchanged. For once you see the world through the eyes of Abraxas, the comforting illusions of duality crumble, and you are left standing before the abyss with only the infinite merciless truth staring back at you. Abraxas is not a god for the weak. He is the truth for those who dare to look beyond the veil, for those who wish to grasp the hidden levers of existence. He is the chaos from which order emerges, the silence from which the first word was spoken, the stillness at the heart of the storm. He is the ultimate enigma, the eternal paradox. To invoke Abraxas is to shatter the comfort of certainty, to step into the roaring current of a cosmos that neither loves nor hates, but simply is. He is not a deity who offers salvation, nor a demon who tempts toward damnation. He is the revelation that there was never a difference between the two to begin with. Those who seek to understand him must be willing to embrace the full breadth of existence, the ecstasy of creation, and the agony of destruction, the joy of enlightenment and the despair of ignorance. The old gods and their dualistic morality were created to ease the burden of existence, to grant meaning to suffering, to soften the raw edges of an indifferent universe. But Abraxas is not a god of comfort. He rips away the masks of false divinities, tearing down the illusions of heaven and hell. He reveals that every act of creation births its own destruction, that every rise must have a fall, that no victory is ever absolute, just as no loss is ever final. He is the eternal flux, the ceaseless motion of existence, the force that ensures nothing ever remains still. In the ancient world, those who wore the sigil of Abraxas did not do so lightly. They understood that his power was not a gift, but a trial, not a blessing, but a responsibility. To align oneself with Abraxas was to walk the razor's edge between enlightenment and madness, to accept that reality itself is an illusion woven by lesser minds who cannot bear the weight of the infinite. The archons of the demiurge, the unseen jailers of mankind, fear him, for he represents the one thing that could unravel their prison, the realization that the bars of the cage are made of thought itself. The Gnostic visionaries who first whispered his name knew that the world is not as it seems. They knew that the rulers of this material realm sought to keep the divine spark within humanity enslaved, feeding it the light of separation, of duality. They built their churches and empires on the foundation of fear, convincing man that light and darkness are enemies rather than two reflections of the same truth. But those who hear the call of Abraxas know better. They know that beyond the illusion of opposites lies something far more profound, the unity of all things, the realization that the Creator and the Destroyer are one and the same. Yet this truth is not for the many. It is a dangerous knowledge, one that can unmake the mind if grasped too suddenly. Many who have glimpsed the truth of Abraxas have fallen into madness, unable to reconcile the paradox he embodies. Some have spent their lives in silence, unable to translate into words the vast and terrible understanding they have received. Others have sought to share it, only to be cast out, ridiculed, or destroyed by those who still cling to the old illusions of good and evil, heaven and hell. But Abraxas remains. He does not demand worship, nor does he seek followers. He is simply there, waiting at the edges of perception, beyond the veil of false reality. He speaks in the chaos of a storm, in the quiet whisper of a dying fire, in the silent vastness of the stars. His presence can be felt in moments of absolute clarity when the weight of human constructs falls away and one sees the world not as it is taught to be, but as it truly is, raw, unfiltered, infinite. To walk the path of Abraxas is to embrace the unknown, to stand unflinching before the endless cycle of life and death, to accept that the cosmos is neither cruel nor kind, but something far greater, something that does not bend to human understanding. It is to step beyond the illusion of meaning, beyond the need for certainty, and to revel in the sheer boundlessness of existence. And in that moment, when all illusions fade and all constructs dissolve, one might finally understand the true nature of Abraxas, not as a being to be worshipped, nor as a force to be feared, but as the nameless, formless essence that moves through all things, neither bound nor broken, neither merciful nor wrathful. Abraxas is the silence between thoughts, the chaos within order, the void within fullness. He is the unspeakable name that lingers at the threshold of awareness, waiting for those who dare to see beyond the veil. And those who do will never again be the same.